Hi, I'm Bob Moncur and you're watching Newcastle Fans TV.
Hello Newcastle Fans TV, welcome to our whiteboard look at tactics and formations that we think Rafa may go with. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. We're not going to be looking at Preston. The reason behind that is they've got so many injuries and so many suspensions. I don't want to obviously say this is the best side that Preston put out. But what I have is the red dots, what the formation that Preston normally play, and we'll mention a couple of players as we go along. So let me get out the way. Let me explain what I think Rafa may go with. Now normally I'm quite good at these. I'm only going to get one or two of these wrong. So I think Darlow will continue with goal. I apologise about the light on Darlow. It's quite late at night. I've got to try and hide the lampshade. Lascelles, even though Lascelles, a lot of you want him dropped because of his form, I think Rafa will stick with him for this game. I think Kieran Clark, if he's fit, comes back into side. Paul Dummett, I continue at left back because I don't know what's going to happen with Hadar and Lazar over the summer. Yedlin for me comes into the side, and you'll probably notice that Yedlin's quite far in advance, isn't he? Because he does push on. And then if obviously the fit, which they would expect him of course, is Hayden to continue midfield alongside John Joe Shelby. I'd be quite surprised if he brings in Jack Colback. I think Colback is better suited for away games rather than the home games. I think Ayoze Perez will come into the side again because his partnership with Mitrovic is better than Djamil Mitrovic in my opinion. I think Mitrovic deserves his chance to start despite Murphy scoring, because Mitrovic has already got 4 goals against Preston. There's no shadow of a doubt that Mitrovic will be knocking on Rafa's door and say, who I want to play, and well, not in that accent, but you know what I mean. I think Gouffran will come in here because I think Gouffran will be best suited for tonight, although I would like to see Atsu, you know, and Matt Ritchie continues to pick himself. So what we'll begin first of all is we're going to have a look at how Preston line up. So the red dots on screen. So the first thing I want to point out is this man. This is Aidan McGeady. So Aidan McGeady, what you'll find with them is a switch pens. So what you'll find of Aidan McGeady, this is a false position because Aidan McGeady will come into this kind of area. This will be McGeady's position, and then he likes to cut in towards the box, and then he'll have a blast at Darlow. So for me, that needs to be Yedlin and Isaac Hayden. Just watch now for McGeady because he's their star man. He's trickery. He's been on phenomenal form the last 3 months. How Newcastle stop? If Newcastle stop McGeady, I think they'll stop Preston's threat. This will be Paul Gallagher. Now Paul Gallagher, anything like set pieces around, I'm going to do a zigzag. So anything around those kind of areas, even a shot a goal, this kind of area, Paul Gallagher is extremely dangerous. You could even say corners as well. He's fantastic at delivery as well. So they've got a bit of a set piece specialist. So Newcastle didn't want to be giving away daft free kicks left, right and centre to Paul Gallagher. The two up front, which will be Robinson, who will be pacey, Hugill. I do think Simon Grayson will go with the two up top, despite them play away. He said he wants to come and spoil the party at St James's Park. Well, Simon Grayson, can you spoil the party? We'll have to find out as well. So obviously Lascelles, Clark, the communication is key for me because the communication has been shocking in the last 3 weeks with those guys. And then I think it's pretty much a basic 4-4-2. Obviously they'll have a makeshift left back coming as well, and it'll be nice to see Paul Huntington back at St James's Park as well. Let's get over to Newcastle. Let's have a look then. So the first thing is Yedlin. Now if you notice, I've mentioned already that Yedlin's bombing on more than what the other guys are. So expect DeAndre Yedlin to be up and down this wing, literally as a wing back. So that'll then make Preston work harder, which will then allow, because these guys are going to have to keep, and obviously McGeady will not want to come this way. There's no way in hell he'll want to track back Yedlin. So this will free up Matt Ritchie. Now Ritchie loves this position, doesn't he? Ritchie comes in at this position and then he'll play in, or he'll have a pop on his shot. And then obviously with a Yedlin bombing on as well, they can play 1-2s. They normally do that towards the byline. Over on the other hand as well, I don't think Paul Dummett will get forward. We know this already. I don't know why I'm saying this, but I can't see Dummett getting forward as much. So you'll see obviously Gouffran coming in as well. That's another one. You notice how Newcastle come inwards with this formation. Yes, people want to change the formation and aren't very happy how Newcastle play, but Alonso just get out of this bloody league, man. So Gouffran will come in. Paul Dummett will try to get forward. He's not as good as your modern day DeAndre Yedlin. As I mentioned, these two just need to keep an eye on Hugill and Robinson up top as well. Hayden, remember, just keep an eye on, as I've mentioned, McGeady as well, and just pass it to your man. Don't do anything flash, which Hayden doesn't. I like Hayden ahead of Colback because Hayden can actually get forward if he needs to be, whereas Colback's a little suspect for me. This man, I don't want to see him sitting so far deep because I get quite frustrated when Shelvey's not getting the ball and he's picking the ball off Clark in this kind of area. Yeah, give the ball to me. No, if this doesn't come off, which is fantastic when it does, when Shelvey's on form and he's playing these balls and they come off, he looks like a world beater. But again, is there a plan B if Newcastle are struggling? For me, again, Shelvey needs to get forward as well. If Newcastle obviously are after a goal, if we're winning the game, fine, just let him sit. It's Preston who have to come out, and that's ideal for John Joe Shelvey. But this guy needs service around him, because when Mitrovic played last time, not Murphy, but Mitrovic, you didn't see the likes of Atsu or Gouffran. It was Giarme getting in behind. It was Richie. Richie was quite poor. You didn't see that last time at home, not the Ipswich game, the one before, when Mitrovic played. You didn't see the runners off him. He was holding the ball up. I thought Mitrovic's work rate last time against Leeds was fantastic in my opinion. But he needs service, so he'll need crosses, dumb it, whip them in. Height's getting loads of scribbles in there. So as long as Mitrovic gets service, and then Perez plays with Mitrovic so much better than what Diarmi does. So yeah, I use Perez, I'd like to say, come in with this game, because it's a home game. We don't have to worry as much as the link-up play, because we'll be having a lot of the ball. I do expect that against Preston, you know. If we do go up, of course, if we win, we'll go up in the Premier League. I'm going to be at the ground quite late. Probably leave until the last minute, until about 11:30 at night. I'll be obviously walking around doing some footage, grabbing some fans as well for fan cams as well. I'll be amongst it and never see any chanting, and there's no shadow of a doubt there'll be celebrations, so I'll be following the crowd, of course, and getting some reaction, of course, as well. So do come along if you are planning to celebrate with me, you know, jump along, you know. So we're in for a fantastic night if Newcastle can win. I think they will do it. I don't care if it's pretty, but I do think we'll nick this. Let us know what you think, of course, as ever. And make sure you download the app, Think to Score, and search for Newcastle United for all the latest quizzes as well. We'll be doing a video on the leaderboards very shortly as well. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.